We've got some Jon Ossoff, Natalie Harper drama going on. We've got some Dearborn, Michigan drama going on. We've got some Trump trying to name a boat after himself instead of after a war hero going on. And it's been a day. It's already been a day. I literally am 3 streets over from a fire, a 12-acre fire right now, and had to rush home from work and pack a bunch of stuff. And luckily, the amazing firefighters that are in this area have it contained for the most part. I mean, I don't hear airplanes and helicopters flying over the top of my house anymore. It was like Vietnam. Never been to Nam. But I can tell you this right now. If I had been to Nam, I would say this is like Nam. There was like a million planes and helicopters, and I am super thankful for that because yeah, that was scary. It was right around the corner. We have fires. We've had 2 that I can remember in the past, probably 5 or 6 years, that have been pretty close to my house, like within a mile of my house. This one was very, very close. So it was quite the day. I was in a meeting, and one of the people that work with me got a message from a fire watch program, and said that there's a fire in my neighborhood. And yeah, like I said, really happy that they took care of that. And it seems as though it is contained right now. But if the stream goes down, that means that my power has gone off. And yeah, that means I have other shit to deal with. But I thought I would stream anyways. Like I said, I was going to stream. I might as well stream. In case it burns down. God, I had to throw everything in my car. Clothes, paperwork, computers, and then pull it all back out. But better than the place burning down. So we're thankful for what we have. We're really glad that it worked out well.
It's such a big
12 acres is not small, my friend. I mean, tiny. I guess if you're from California, 12 acres is a tiny fire. That's saying something. 12 acres, not small, not small. Yeah, it was a bit of a day. I rushed home for this. Yeah, crazy times. Anyways, good to see you guys. Fantra Death, you are here early. Look at you. Trump is like a Pokemon. I swear the only word he knows is his name. Trump. And yet he can't spell it. 100%. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, it was good practice. Like I said, the last time I think we had to throw everything in the car and get ready, it was probably 5 years ago or 6 years ago. We had a big guy going down. There's a big street that divides where I'm at in the community I am in from the rest of the city there. Not like it's a rich person area or anything. It's just one street. It's a main street that divides us. And it had burned down that side of it. And luckily it stayed on that side of the street. This one here actually too, the wind was blowing away from my house. So that was really lucky. A friend of mine actually lives like right next to the fire. So his house, and it looks like it was arson. Unfortunately, it looks like it was arson. Somebody started the fire. So super scary times. It's what it's like to live in California in the woods. If you live in the forest in California, you are, especially this time of year, really, really always concerned about wildfires. And we've had a couple. We had somebody over here that was, what were they doing? They're weed eating. They sparked a small fire. We had a person barbecuing. They sparked a small fire. I think that we've had probably 3 in the general vicinity of my house in the past, like 3 months. And it is definitely dry out there. It is yellow, it is dry, and it's probably not going to get much better in the near future. So, what's up, Luck? What's going on? What's up, Fixer? Pinkerbell, good to see you. But I'm here. I've got some coffee. It is Friday, and we got lots of videos to go over. Let me just say this. The Natalie Harper thing. We're gonna cover it. We're gonna cover a lot of it. And we're going to cover the rest of these videos as well. But for the most part, this most of the stream is going to be about the Natalie Harper stuff because it's cray-cray. It's super duper cray-cray. And kind of like my son. My son is also cray-cray. So we better get to it. We better go ahead and start looking at some videos and watch this in case my power goes out sometime soon because of a fire or my internet as well.
Oh,
That could
please,
happen as well.
power not go-
Let's hope that power does not go out. My son will be very, very sad. Or if the internet goes out, my son will also be sad. What a day. What a way to start the weekend. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Good old traction shit. Yes. Like, can this timeline get any weirder? It is like so strange right now. So let's start, guys. Let's go ahead and start this off. Let's start this off with the right video. I think the first thing that we have to watch, if you guys haven't seen this one, this is Natalie Harp's first unhinged Trump video. And this came out just today. And it is a Daily Beast article. Let's see if we can get to full screen here? I don't think we can. I don't know how to operate my my computer. Yeah, let's watch this video. This is Natalie Harp. And this is her first video from I don't know how long ago. How long ago was this? Bizarre video has emerged, raising yet more questions about the blonde 35-year-old who is constantly at Donald Trump's side. Social media clip recorded 9 years ago shows Harp, who was in her mid-20s at the time. All right, you guys ready for this? This is talking about her surviving a medical... This is supposedly why she is so into Donald Trump. You guys ready for this? Because this shit's cray-cray.
I didn't care much about politics until politics didn't care much about me. I'm Natalie Harp. 2 years ago, I was the victim of medical error. Accidentally infused with sterile water, I went into hemorrhagic shock, losing 100% of the average person's blood platelets.
What is the Look at it. With this was Star Wars. What is the production on this video? Look at this.
Accidentally infused with sterile water, I went into hemorrhagic shock, losing 100% of the average person's blood platelets. But
wait, did she say 100%? Dude, I gotta go back a couple times. I'm sorry, I gotta replay some of this stuff.
Accidentally infused with sterile water, I went into hemorrhagic shock, losing 100% of the average person's blood platelets.
Okay, can you lose 100% of the average person's blood platelets? Somebody chat GPT that. Somebody Google that. It seems like if you lost 100% of your blood platelets, that would be... Do you not die? Do you not die if you lose 100% of your blood platelets?
But only 30% of my own. Thanks to a rare blood condition. What? Losing 100% of the average person's blood platelets, but only 30% of my own.
Okay, 100% of the average person's blood platelets, but only 30% of her own. Is she saying she has more blood platelets than the average bear?
Thanks to a rare blood condition, I became the only survivor of sterile water infusion. But today, I have cancer and chronic pain.
Sorry.
I've had to pay my own medical bills, been denied appointments, prescribed opioids, given access to life-ending drugs. And every problem could be traced back to politics.
I have no patience for injustice, no tolerance for government incompetence, of which there is so much, no sympathy for leaders who fail their citizens. When innocent people suffer because our political system lacks the will or the courage or the basic decency to enforce our laws, or still worse, has sold out to some corporate lobbyist for cash, I am not able to look the other way.
Donald Trump, just so you guys know, has never, ever in his entire time as a president, ever sold out to a corporate lobbyist. It's a fact. You can look it up.
and I want decency to enforce our laws. Or still worse, has sold out to some corporate lobbyist for cash. I am not able to look the other way, and I won't look the other way. The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.
The elites thought they held the trump card, but they didn't count on Donald Trump, like I did.
Brother, the elites hold the trump card. They own the trump card. Okay? Like, all right, is that not cray-cray? Is that not one of the weirdest, most unhinged things you have seen? Can this timeline get any crazier? Jesus Christ. Like, when I first started going down this rabbit hole with this Natalie Harper person, Natalie Harp person, her name should be Harper. Natalie Harp, I had no idea how crazy this was going to be. Like, I thought just like, I think most people would think that she's just somebody that works for Trump. This shit is cray-cray. Insane. Dude, this is not reality. What is going on in this country right now? Yeah, so anyways, that was 9 years ago. Natalie Harp, Donald Trump, more platelets than the average bear. Get on her level. Fucking insane. Yeah. 100% would mean she was dead, not possible, or her cells would not get oxygen. Man, that's what I'm saying. Dan, you lost 600% of yours once? Okay. What's up, Kevin? What's going on, Kevin? Oh my God, Chris, help me out, dog. Help me out. She may be creepy, but she sure knows how to keep herself safe in this administration by getting in the trunk of his vehicle. What's happening, Vass? What's going on? Oh, dude. What is going on with this country? Mountain bike. What's happening? This is not real life. Oh my God, Donald Trump has never said that. Apparently he did, fan. If you can't afford a doctor can't accidentally kill you. Facts. Facts and truth. But what if you don't have the same amount of platelets that everybody else does, Dan? What if you have more? Oh, autopilot says no. She slept in the bathroom to be close so she could rush in to change his depends. Oh my God, dude. Cray. Exactly, Kevin. Kiki, what's happening, Kiki? PSA, Trump won't tell us where the meat is coming from. At the same time, he is rounding up protected wild horses via helicopter and sending to be slaughtered. Do them. No, Kiki, no! Like, that's one step away from Soylent Green, isn't it? Like, if they're rounding up the horses, I love that we've decided now that we're letting the tariffs go. We're not tariffing anymore because we're bringing it. I thought they were supposed to work, dog. I thought they were supposed to fix everything. Like, there is nothing that says the tariffs fuck up everything. Like when you have an emergency, taking the tariffs off. Like if you have a bad situation and you're like, look, tariffs fix this situation. And everybody's like, hey, I don't think the tariffs are like the solution to this problem. And you're like, hey, you shut your mouth. Tariffs are going to fix this situation. And then the situation gets worse. And you're like, so anyways, I'm going to take off the tariffs to fix the situation. At that point, I think your original statement may have been incorrect. It feels like maybe your original statement might have been incorrect. But we've been talking about this forever. And by the way, not going to fix it. Let's say it was a good idea. Let's give Donald Trump, let's throw him a lifeline. Let's let him call somebody. Let him call a friend, right? Throw him a lifeline. Let's say that was a good idea to import, was it 300,000 tons of beef? It's not going to fix the problem. The reason that the cattle do not exist in America is because of drought, which is also affecting Argentina, which is also affecting the rest of the world, because climate change literally affects everyone. Screw worm. Remember that? Remember when people were like, they're sterilizing flies with our money? Oh my God, how stupid is our government? They're sterilizing flies. I'm not paying for that. Brenda, you hear they're sterilizing flies. That's not what I pay my taxes for, Brenda. Yeah, you fucking dipshits. That's how you stop screw fly. Screw worm. Screw fly worm. Screw worm. We live in the stupidest fucking country. I am not shitting you. People are dumb. This is what I do to combat the stupidity of living in America. I've been reading The Republic from Plato. Reading The Republic from Plato I do realize why people wanted to kill Socrates now. I'm sorry for that. Hot take. Hot take. I'm just saying. I've read the first 10 pages of the first book of Plato's Republic, and I was like, I see why they wanted to kill Socrates. And I love Socrates, by the way. But I do understand. Oh, just don't eat red meat. Actually, dog meat is more like soylent than horse. Horses are at least herbivores. Well, this is what I'm saying. They're transing the files. This is what I'm saying is, how far away from Soylent Green are we? How far away? I don't want to ruin other movies. I was about to say a couple other movies, but I don't want to ruin movies. So no spoilers. How far away from eating people are we in this country right now? Probably not far, right? If there's a poly market on this, is there a poly market that says how far we are? Will Americans eat each other within the next decade? Is that more than 50% chance right now? Because it feels like it is. Great country, dumbass people. I agree, Luck. Look, I rock I've got a disc golf bag. It's got an American flag on that bad boy. All right, I rock the flag. I rock it. Okay, people are fucking dumb. How far away is November? Too far away. Someone posted, with all the food recalls, we will have to eat the rich. Do you get salmonella from eating billionaires? I mean, it's a valid question right now. You probably get E. coli, right? Probably E. coli. Did you guys see? I'm supposed to be watching these other. God damn it! I'm supposed to be watching these other videos. We'll get to them in a minute. Did you guys see that guy that is a billionaire that's doing all the tests on himself? Which, by the way, I support. Okay, I support it. Spend all your money doing whatever weird shit you want to do on yourself, and then totally test yourself. I actually, as far as billionaires go, 100% support this man's actions. But he's the guy that wakes up every day and takes 73 supplements or more. That might be an under exaggeration. And does red light therapy and exercises because he wants to live forever. And then just recently he found out that he has a uncurable intestinal issue that will indeed lead to his demise. Is there any greater irony than that? And then the man is like, you know what I think it is that when I was a kid, I ate sugary cereals. This is what happens when RFK Jr. and his brainworm are in charge of the HHS. Instead of looking at the fact that you are taking how many 170 unregulated supplements and going hey, it might have been that. Might be that I'm taking these supplements that I don't know what is in because nobody regulates them. Or the stress of waking up every day and living on a fucking schedule that is minute to minute that includes red light therapy and avoiding all the foods in the world Like, no, that's not it. It was the sugary cereal you ate when you were a kid. Ah! Hell, the Epstein clan been eating humans forever? John. Probably true. Yeah, don't blame Captain Crunch. Exactly. I'm doing fucking phenomenally. Knock on wood. Okay. And I ate lots of Captain Crunch when I was a kid. All right, we gotta get to the other crazy stuff. I can't keep. I stayed up here and I yap. Sir Yappington. Janelle, what's happening, Janelle? Good to see you. Where are we at? Okay, next. Okay, next. So I just wanted you guys to watch the Natalie Harp video of where she started, the origin story. Okay, but now we need to get to something that most of you guys have probably seen. But I think we need to watch this because, look, we've watched the origin story. Now we need to watch the reaction to Jon Ossoff saying mean things about Natalie Harp. And let me just say this real quick before we get into this video. I saw, just before I got on stream, I saw a moderate Democrat saying, okay, guys, we probably need to stop with all the Natalie Harp stuff. It's really mean. And, you know, there's other things to focus on. You know what I have to say with that? No, thank you. We are going to run this horse into the ground. Natalie Harp material will go on until we say it is over and not until then. So this is the guy, of course, that is he's interviewing for the press secretary job. This is Scott Jennings, who gets owned every weekday by Adam Mockler on CNN, and this is him clutching his pearls because Jon Ossoff said mean things about Natalie Harp, guys. The biggest snowflakes in the goddamn world right here.
I expect Ossoff to criticize Donald Trump. I expect every Democrat running for president to criticize Donald Trump. What I thought was appalling about this is that Harp is not a public figure. She's not a household name. Nobody knows who she is. And when he injected her into this, he knew what he was doing, which is punching down on someone who's effectively defenseless.
Doesn't Donald Trump do that?
Punching down, guys. Something that conservatives are experts at. So, I mean, takes one to know one. This is his area of expertise.
Effectively defenseless.
Doesn't Donald Trump do that all the time?
All the time.
I mean, what do you mean? He's doing it right now while we're here. Guys, there's no stop. There's no rules. There are no rules anymore. Donald Trump broke all of those.
Are you defending
Rob Reiner dies. Rob Reiner dies. Donald Trump cheers his death. There are no rules anymore.
Robert Mueller dies. Okay. He defends his death.
Hold on. There are no rules anymore. You might not like it. Donald Trump is the king of trolls. What I find amazing is that the best trolls can't take incoming. 100%. I don't care who they are.
Is she a troll?
But they can't. No, but Trump is. Okay,
I know, but he didn't insult Trump. And he insulted
but the right
a female who can't defend herself.
She's a White House staff.
She's not a troll.
She's a White House staff
member. The right
member.
cannot take any incoming.
Here's the deal. It's not the right and it's not Trump. It's a single defenseless woman.
She's not defenseless. She's not defenseless.
What about Richard Freeman and Shane Moss?
A single defenseless woman. He is so sad. He is about to cry. Right here, he is like about to cry, dude. And then let's just go ahead and let's play a little bit of the different things that Donald Trump has said that this man is defending.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
But what we want to do is to replenish the Social Security Trust Fund.
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. You know, she's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile on your face.
Well, I'm asking you about survivors of Jeffrey Epstein.
If there's nothing incriminating in the file,
Quiet, Piggy. Yeah, that guy. That guy right there is the person that they and this is the person they want you to feel bad that you're being mean to somebody that supports that person. Any person that supports that person, deserves your vitriol, deserves your insults, deserves you looking down upon them, deserves you being demeaning to them, deserves you being insulting to them. When they go low, we go lower. That is the rule now. You don't like it, you shouldn't have created those rules. You don't like people making fun of the people that you like, then maybe you shouldn't have started this fight. You don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But y'all chose to. So this is where we're at now. And guess what? When I first started doing this stream, you want to know something that's really funny is when I first started doing this stream, people were like, don't do that. Don't be mean. Don't be insulting. Don't be like that. We're better than that. So you guys done fucked up. Because most of the people that are on the left didn't want to do this. They were admonishing me. They were saying, we shouldn't be like this. We shouldn't be these people. They didn't want to do this. And now you have created a whole army of people just like me. People that aren't afraid to insult you. People that aren't afraid to demean you. People that have grown a backbone and now are looking at you and going, you know what? Nah, man. If these are the rules, then I can play this game too. Racism causes stupidity after schools were Fantra Death, thank you for the $20. Racism causes stupidity. After schools were desegregated, the GOP found they couldn't get them segregated again, so they just started to destroy the Department of Education to keep minorities uneducated and ignorant. 1,000%. Once again, those are their rules. Those are their rules. This is the game that they play. They want to play dirty. Let me tell you something. I've been watching combat sports my entire life. And you know what you do? When somebody fights dirty, you fight dirty too. Because you don't want to lose. You, like I said, I was reading this book, right? There's an important part in this book where one of the people that are having an argument with Socrates makes the argument that the person that does the dirt, that is gross, that is shady, that is corrupt, is actually the just person. And that's the argument that Republicans make, that conservatives make, and specifically that MAGA Republicans make. That they, in the end, they are the just. They are the correct. They are right. And I can tell you this right now. If you want to take that opinion that you're going to say, oh, okay, well, we're going to go high when they go low, then you're going to lose the faith, the trust of the people that vote for you. Because if you don't stand up to the bully when the bully bullies the people that you love, that you support, that you supposedly are advocating for, then those people leave you because they feel like they don't have anybody that stands up for them. When Fantra Death says that they took education away on purpose to continue to keep minorities who are impoverished from seeking good educations, he's right. And when you don't stand up and say, we're not going to stand for that, we're going to go out and we're going to make sure that we fight for people to have equal rights to access to good education. And you don't do that. You don't stand up for those people. They feel like they don't have a home. They don't feel like they have support. They don't feel like they have somebody in their corner. You stand up for people. You don't let people punch your friend. You don't let them punch a family member and just stand back and go, well, I'm not going to punch back because, that's just going down to their level. No, you punch back. You punch back. That's the way it is. So let's watch a little more of Ossoff here. Or I'm sorry, of Scott Jennings talking about Ossoff.
Is not a public figure.
Nor is Ruby Freeman or Shane Moss.
She has no ability
to be honest. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question again, Scott Jennings. You continuously distracted, avoid that.
By the way, at home, you have no idea how loud this is.
But Scott, you have no idea how dishonest you are.
It has nothing to do with Natalie. She is being a defenseless.
If you want to defend her to the go ahead, but I'm not going to do
just to be clear, hold on a second.
What do you think, Lydia?
Hold on a second.
You're a Republican or conservative woman?
Just to be clear.
What do you think? You were asked a question.
Hold on a second, Keith. Just to be clear, I think the idea of continually describing a 35-year-old woman as somebody who has no agency and is defenseless and is just a victim, that is kind of demeaning to begin with. But the second thing is,
White House official.
But the second thing is, Scott, you are so concerned about that, but you have not expressed any concern over Trump's repeated demeaning of all kinds of other women who are just simply doing their jobs.
Including our host. He attacked our host here.
I'm disappointed you don't remember this, but during the president's first term, you actually got into it with him on the South Lawn, and we did a show together, and I said, I don't think that's good.
Okay,
he shouldn't talk to you that way.
Because you have
and
to
you don't remember.
Yeah. It's just the other 37 or 40 times or 140 or 240 or 340 or 1,040 times that I haven't spoken about it. That one time back in 2016, brother, I said that was mean. There is not a single one of these people that you can look at and believe that they are speaking in good faith. None of them. Not a single one of them. And you know what? This does my heart good. Because I make fun of CNN a lot. To hear people calling this dude dishonest and getting in his face and telling him he's wrong, and he's over here crying like a little snowflake about how loud it is. It's so loud. Get louder. Get louder. Thank you for the $5 fan your death. I disagree. When people fight dirty, you fight dirtier. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Stick a thumb in their eye. I told my kids a long time ago, when you get in a fight, it's a fight. It ain't about punching and kicking. You get somebody on the ground, you stick your thumb in their eye. That's what a fight's about. You know, some people yell, don't pull hair. You pull hair, you bite, you claw, you stick your thumb in the eye. Winning is the goal.
Yeah, you always gotta play dirty, man. Who cares about what the other person thinks? Why would you what the other?
Exactly. So we've got
Don't want
exactly. Who do you think they don't want to happen? Here's one more. Let's go one more from him, and then we're gonna move on to some other stuff here.
About Jon Ossoff, and very little to say about Donald Trump.
Because he
and
drug a
his
defenseless
of women.
What about
government servant through the mud, and he deserves it.
The president of the United States does that on a regular basis to women.
So she deserves
government workers, and Donald Trump attacked them. What did you say about that,
Does she deserve it?
What did you say about that, Scott?
Okay, nobody is saying that, first of all, that she deserves anything.
You seem to be defending.
But the only thing that we are saying is that if you're going to be mad at Jon Ossoff over saying the president likes to travel with her, you should be mad about the president calling a reporter doing her job piggy.
Be consistent, Scott.
That's 100%. A pretty simple thing. Not controversial. It's pretty simple. We gotta.
It's what it takes to be a Democrat. Drag defenseless women through the mud.
You're not the victim here, Scott.
Drag defenseless women through.
Like I said, you notice he can't respond to that. He can't respond to that because they're not consistent. Like I said, like I can tell you that people actually came on my channel when I used to watch the Jordan Klepper videos, and they'd be like, don't make fun of MAGA. They're mentally ill. It's not cool. It's not cool to make fun of MAGA. Those people need help. Those people need, somebody in their life to intervene. Like that's how Democrats act. Like I told you guys forever, I had to have comments in my videos calling me mean, calling me like you're not helping. Like we've got to be the people of the higher ground. Michelle Obama literally is a person who said, when they go low, we take the high ground. That's not it anymore. And like I said, the reason it's not it anymore isn't because all of a sudden Democrats became these mean people with no empathy or no pity for people. It's because y'all pushed them there. You wanted to create this. Republicans, conservatives, and now MAGA, you wanted this. And now you got it. And now you're a bunch of snowflakes. Because it turns out the guy that you were fighting for, that guy don't even care about you. He's destroyed the economy. He's decided to go to war with Iran, which is the stupidest thing that has ever been done by a president of the United States. And that is saying a lot. You've got to ask yourself, when you're the one shooting yourself in the foot, when you're the one cutting your own nose off to spite your own face, if everywhere you go, somebody's an asshole, who's the asshole? You the asshole. You the asshole. If everywhere you go, you have a story about someone that was an asshole, you're the asshole. Because you're the one who is involved in every one of those stories. MAGA's the asshole. And this is, like I said, this stuff is, to me, keep it rolling, brother. You wanted it, you got it. You wanted it, you got it. Let's see. That they're Irish martial arts fucked you. You tripped them, then kick the crap out of them. When they're down, never let them dictate the terms of the fight. They'll make you sure. Yeah, exactly. Nah, I grew up in a bad place, man. Like you don't. There's no reason. I used to you kick somebody and go no kicking in the middle of a fight. No kicking. Brother, when did we set rules? There's no rules. There's no rules. Absolutely no rules. Invading Afghanistan wasn't any smarter. Yet still smarter than invading Iran. Dan, I agree with you. And if you take a look at what's going on in Kandahar right now and the way we left Afghanistan the way it was, 100%. I agree with you. But even that isn't as bad as what is happening in Iran right now. Literally, we are threatening to bomb Oman. Oman's like, what the fuck did we do? We're on your side. Donald Trump the other day decided to cut short exercises in South Korea because he said he's worried about offending Kim Jong-un. And you know how North Korea reacted to Donald Trump saying that he was worried about offending Kim Jong-un? They said, we don't give a shit what Donald Trump wants or cares. What he's doing isn't effective. Like, we don't care about, like, you know, he's saying he's friends with us. And you know who said that? Kim Jong-un's sister. Not even Kim Jong-un. That's like you showed up to meet some girl at her house and her brother came outside and said, she don't want to see you. He didn't even get rebuffed by Kim Jong-un. He got rebuffed by Kim Jong-un's sister. It's the saddest presidency that has ever existed. And you guys know it before. Like, before Donald Trump got elected, I said, hey, things aren't going to be great, but we'll get through it. You know, this is, we've got guardrails in position for this type of thing, you know, and I was wrong. I was wrong. Because Donald Trump has ruined every relationship, and he's like going around like they're Pokemon, being like, I got to ruin them all. He's like, have I fucked up with South Korea yet? I don't think so. Time to go ahead and screw up that relationship too. Oh, thank you for the $5, fan. I must be cruel to be kind. Sometimes the only way to make things change is to let people face the consequences of their actions. They got to touch the fire. I told you guys that about Trump supporters when this all happened. I said, we tried on this channel. We said to all these Trump supporters that come through here, I give them grace. I say, okay, all right, listen. What did I say? What was the game I used to play with them? You guys remember the game I used to play with the Trump supporters whenever they come through? I'd say, I'll tell you what. I'll list 3 things from Donald Trump's first term that I think were good things, and you list 3 things from Biden's term that you think were good things. We'll play the game. What happened? They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Why? Because they're part of a cult. They're brainwashed. Like, you should be able to look at anything from a point of view to go, okay, like, for instance, this. Some people say there are no good things that are coming from what's happening right now. But I can tell you right now that there is a silver lining. People are realizing exactly how bad things can be in America when you elect a fucking clown. Now they're looking around, they're going, oh shit, actually voting is important. Oh man, maybe we should get together and stop fighting over stupid little shit. Because when we decide not to vote, when we decide to fight over, this or that within us, that when we could be talking to each other, conversating and figuring out our issues, that it leads to this type of thing. We realized that George Bush isn't the worst president that has ever existed. I still go with Franklin Pierce, but Trump's actually worse than Franklin Pierce, to be honest with you. There's, like I said, we tried, and we got a couple people that said, yeah, this is bad. They still voted for Trump, but they got to touch the fire. If they don't touch the fire, they'll never learn. They're just simple folk. All right. I mean, we could try to go high, but the MAGAs won't change. Exactly. You got to let them roll around in the mud down there for a bit. Let them get some in their nose. We're pretty tight with Russia. I don't even think that's true. Dude, we got that contract for those minerals in Ukraine, and you haven't heard Donald Trump say one thing since then. Donald Trump was like, I'm going to help Putin. Then he got those fucking minerals in Ukraine, and he was like, anyways, on to Iran. And that's probably not even it, to be honest with you. Donald Trump just has ADHD. The man has the body of a 96-year-old. He has the brain of a 12-year-old, and he has the attention span of a 6-year-old with ADHD. He's like, let's do Iran. Wait, let's go to Cuba. They're like, no, we haven't finished Iran. He's like, Cuba? How about Cuba? He knows he's on his way out, and by God, he's going to drag the rest of the world with him. It feels like that. It feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like he is giving all of his kids a bunch of goddamn money. He's like, don't worry, I will burn the rest of the country. You guys will be in charge. You'll have the most money. Don't worry. It won't be worth anything. We're going to have some Rwandan dollars here in a minute. Some Zimbabwe dollars. But they're going to have a lot of them. Be taking fucking wheelbarrows of it to the fucking grocery store to buy a loaf of bread. Oh, Jesus Christ. Speaking of Donald Trump going places and trying to take their stuff, I saw this the other day. And I was like, we got to watch this. All right, where is it at? So you guys know, we'll get back to Natalie Harp because there's more Natalie Harp. This isn't over. We got lots of Natalie Harp. Okay, we're gonna get to the letters. We're gonna get to the brother. We're gonna get to freaking Luna getting mad and melting down about this. We've got so far to go. This might be a long stream, but we need a break. We do need a break, and you guys know how much I love my Canadians. Over there on the Angry Ginger Funny Clips channel, my Canadians are the best. They are the best.
Today!
Oh, no, not yet. Calm down. Okay. 22 minutes, guys. If you haven't watched, this hour has 22 minutes. You have to watch it. In fact, I'm going to make you watch it right now. Because this sketch comedy is the best sketch comedy that has existed probably all the time. I mean, I watched the other stuff too that isn't Trump stuff. Great stuff. But their Trump stuff is absolutely amazing. And everybody, Trent McClellan, Mark Critch, you guys know we've been watching Rick Mercer. We're going to watch some Rick Mercer later today. Absolutely amazing. These guys are great. And this video is Trump's making Alberta the 51st state of America. But the crazy thing about this is that this video is from like 9 years ago. Donald Trump, once he decides once he's in Iran to stay. He will not be evicted. He is the roommate that does not leave. He has been talking about Canada being the 51st state for at least a decade. Somebody's probably going to link me a video that shows from like 94 that he was talking about it. So here is 22 minutes. Trump's making Alberta the 51st state of America.
Today, I'm excited to announce that I am going to make Alberta the 51st state. I really am. Alberta, come with us. Come be the Hannah to our Montana.
Hold on. The hair is killing me, dog. The hair is killing me. Dude, that's some Elvis hair right there. And you know the best part about this is 9 years later. But all those memes just came out with him and his toupee. Tell me this is not his hair with the toupee on right now. Please be my Hannah to my Montana.
Montana. I'd like to congratulate Albertans on their decision to separate from Canada. Face it, Canada's best days are over. It's time for Alberta to get a divorce and move on to a hotter country. It really is. Take it from me, I've been divorced twice. Alberta even sounds like one of my wives.
Hold on, I thought it was 3 times. I wonder if Canada's ever pushed their wife down a set of stairs. Oh.
Alberta even sounds like one of my wives. Ivana, Marla, Melania, Alberta. So hot. But I don't trust Canada. It's way up north, next to Korea. So bad, full of snow Mexicans. We're going to suck your oil with a plastic straw, and then we're going to just throw away the straw. So bad, so good. And if they're not careful, I'm going to grab Saskatchewan right by the Regina. When you're famous, you can do that. You really can. They let you. Alberta is used to being ignored.
Hold on, but for my Canadians, though, because every once in a while I get a Canadian comment from a Maple MAGA. There are some people in Canada, apparently, that wish Donald Trump would come up there and grab them by the Regina. I don't want to believe that. But this Trump disease, this Trump derangement syndrome, because that's what it is when they call it, lefties, they say they have Trump derangement syndrome. The people with Trump derangement syndrome are MAGA. They are deranged. That shit spreads, and it is taking over parts of the world. And I don't know if there's a potential for a vaccine to help us all, but we need to get vaccinated from Trump. Okay. Also, it would just be great if, all the Trumpiness vanished, period.
So I'm going to rename it after my son Eric. Alberta will now be known as Erica. It's such a better name, isn't it? It really is. America is going to wear Alberta like a tiny little MAGA hat. It's time to make MAGA stand for Make Alberta Great Again.
Oh, no.
And we will. And if this ends up on 22 minutes, remember, they're fake news.
Fake
news. Thank me. Thank me very much.
Dude, the Adderall was kicking in. Make Alberta great again. How much you want to make a bet? There's a Make Alberta Great Again movement. How much you want to make a bet? Jesus Christ, we are in so much trouble. Anyways, watch my Rick Mercer videos. Watch my 22-minute videos. They're amazing. I love 22 minutes. I love Rick Mercer. I love the Ron James stuff. Like, there are so many good comedians that have come from Canada. So keep us sane, Canada. Go ahead and just, if you guys could, just keep it rolling, because we need your help. I know you guys don't want to come down here. I know it smells like meth. I know that there's cars in the yard. I know that, like, our, 2 sister wives are on the front lawn fighting. But if you guys could just, like, at least just keep the comedy coming, because we definitely need your help. Holy Jesus. Prophecy was written by SNL. Just like all comedy, dude. I told my MAGA-loving father in 2015, before the MAGA slogan was created, Trump will destroy the Republican Party. He thought I was joking. He's not laughing anymore. Well, at least he's not laughing anymore, fan. A lot of those people are. A lot of them are still like, no. Dude, Lindsey Graham said that he was going to destroy the Republican Party. He said if Donald Trump gets elected, that is the end of the Republican Party. And then he went on to be his biggest butt buddy. Okay. He went on to be his biggest cuck in the corner with his little ladybugs. God, every time I think of that, I just throw up a little bit in my mouth. But anyways. Way back when he was just a calm man. Way back when. The Snow Mexicans. Yeah, there's Maple MAGA, dude. I didn't know that. But apparently, yeah, John Candy. That's a good Canadian. Yeah. Chris, we got to, we have to continue to reach out to the people in this world, on this earth. and remind them that not everybody is MAGA. That there are plenty of us out there that are just like, no, that's not for us. Because like, if you go over and you actually look at the comments on my streams, you see it like a lot of people that are like, they believe that like Americans embrace MAGA, that they embrace Trump. So like, I think a big part of what I'm trying to do over there on the Canadian channel, the Funny Clips channel that has now been invaded by Canada in a very nice way, is to remind them that like, there's still a lot of people out here that we're not about Trump. We're not about like all this bullshit that, you know, we're going to do everything that we can do to make sure that America finds whatever sanity it used to have. But like, we're definitely not going to be in support of this administration or anything this administration has done. So I think that that's like a really important thing that we should be doing. Lindsey Graham was never straight about how he really felt. Him and his ladybugs. You know what? We're going to do a second. We might as well. We might as well do 2 in a row for our Canadians out there. We got to make sure the Canadians understand. Like, if Canada is ever forced to invade America, we have to make sure that we are on record as saying we're not with them. Okay? This is important. I want you guys to point towards the Angry Ginger channels and be like, you can go on there, you can see my comments. We were never with this guy. If the Mounties have to come down out of Canada and free us from this insanity, we want to make sure that they know that we are with them, that we are not of the other side. So there's one more video here I want you guys to watch from the Canadians. This is, as I was telling you guys, I love me some Rick Mercer. Rick Mercer is really, really smart dude. Like, I know people, the Canadians are like, he came before Jordan Klepper. I gotcha. I feel you. But to be honest with you, he really does remind me of Jordan Klepper. Just really sharp, really smart dude. Very intelligent. He's just, and really funny, right? So like, it's just a hard combination to beat. So this is Rick's rant. Once again, this is a video from 9 years ago. This is Rick Mercer talking about Donald Trump 9 years ago. Oh, how prophetic is this video? Because that's what they tried to do, right? Like that's what they wanted. I'm going to say his name wrong because Canadians have told me they pronounce it different. But Poliver, right? Like that was the dude, right? Like they were trying to make him the guy before Carney. And here's the difference between Canadians and Americans. Canadians realized, like I've seen this from a bunch of people that have put comments on my videos, that like they're like, I may not have been like a big Carney guy, but they're like, he knew what he was doing. He worked for the banks, and he wasn't going to give in to Trump. We knew he was going to be the guy that would most fight Trump. And like that just speaks volumes to who Canadians are as a people, that they are able to say, look, I'm not like 100% for this dude. He's not my dude. But at the end of the day, he's the one that's going to get the job done. He's the one that's going to keep us safe from what's going on down south from us. Like that just like, that's just not something at least half of Americans are capable of. Like that speaks volumes.
Of Douglas.
Tell me that's not spot on. 9 years ago. Tell me that's not spot on. Like, dude, Rick Mercer, dude's a legend. Like, I've watched 4 videos. Everything that I've watched from this dude has been amazing. There's a good one we're gonna watch at one point. It's his stand-up. How I think it's I can't understand how Paul Revere can sleep at night or something like that. It's rather new. It's almost brand new. We're gonna watch that at one point too. But Rick Mercer, like, this is what I'm saying. This is what saves us as people from the ignorance, from the stupidity, from going the route of idiocracy, is people like Jordan Klepper, people like Rick Mercer, people like Ron James, people like Jon Stewart, like people that like speak in a way that like average everyday Americans or Canadians can understand, right? People that can speak the language of the blue collar, the middle class people, that can add a little bit of funniness to it. You know, like you really cannot put a value on what Rick Mercer Mark Critch, Ron James, George Carlin, like I said, Jon Stewart, like what those people are capable of doing. Jordan Klepper, John Oliver, Stephen Colbert, all of these guys. Invaluable what they do, not just for the country, but for the world. It's just only if more people could understand the words that are coming out of their mouth. That would be great. Let's see. Oh, look. We've totally got a bot. You stayed 5 minutes. You stayed 5 minutes to type that. Dude, I caught a Trump supporter. That's amazing. You know they're only on shorts, right? Trump supporters only stay on shorts because they have no attention span. Bro's here because he has nobody else to talk to. He's like, hold on, guys. I got my 2 or 3 talking points that I know something about. I know, dude. He said 99% of liberals are gay. Is Lindsey Graham gay? Can you answer that question for me? Was Lindsey Graham gay? Because if you don't answer that with an affirmative, you don't know what gay is. Dude's out here protecting a PDF protector, and he's like, I'm owning the libs, brother. Dude thinks clitoris is the name of his sister. Oh, dude. I found her. Oh, God, I love Trump supporters. And please just never be anything but you. I've told you guys before, one of the saddest moments when this is all over, when Donald Trump finally eats his last Big Mac, one of the saddest things is that you guys are going to, drink the Kool-Aid and take the big Hellbop comet in the sky with him. Like, y'all are going to go the Egypt Pharaoh route and like take yourselves with him, and that's gonna be like the saddest moment for me, because like who am I supposed to make fun of? I'm gonna have to go back to making fun of like other normal people. Like that's harder. Making fun of Trump supporters is the easiest job I have ever had in my entire life. Oh fuck, I love you guys. You are my content. You know the best thing about that too is when they come on and they're like, oh yeah, lib, get off my feed. And you're like, brother, you clicked the video and you commented on it. This shit's about to show up more. And you're showing it to other people like you. They are the most aggressively gullible human beings that have ever existed. I mean, I know why Donald Trump loves them. I get it. I understand. Fuck. It's actually like a solid strategy to make money. He's really glad you guys exist, and so am I. I just want you guys to know. Me, Rick Mercer, Jordan Klepper, every person that has ever existed that likes to make fun of people like you. Holy shit, dude. Like you are gold. It's like if you try to mine gold, but the gold just kept popping up and being like, liberals think men can get pregnant. You're like, oh shit, there's more gold. Came right to the top. Oh fuck, I love you guys. You know the playlist for this is roasting Trump supporters live, right? They can't read. They can't read. They don't know that the playlist is called. Brenda, what is this playlist called? I can't read it. Oh shit, I love it. All right, we gotta get back to videos now. I can't just make fun of you guys all the time. Fucking, as my kid would say, Neanderthals. So many good times. So many good times. I need to I need a moment. All right. Oh god. Okay, anyways, back to Natalie Harp. Or should we do Natalie Harp? Yeah, what do? We just did Canadians. Let's go ahead and let's watch let's watch Jon Ossoff react to all of the Trump supporters crying about him saying something that, for the most part, was like one of the least inflammatory things I have ever seen said about somebody. So let's watch him talk about this on, I think he went on Lawrence O'Donnell's show. Let's watch that. Can I make this one big? Nope. I can't do the Daily Beast, so you guys just have to watch it with the small screen. Sorry.
Lawrence, it's been amazing to watch this White House melt down over this all week. And about Natalie Harp, these White House staffers are adults, public officials paid by the taxpayer with immense power in positions of public trust. And whether it's Natalie Harp printing out Donald Trump's daily dose of delusion and flattery, or Peter Navarro steering taxpayer-funded loans to Trump family investments, or Pete Hegseth deluding the president daily into deepening this quagmire in the Middle East, no one cares about their feelings. The sailors on the Lincoln are fighting his war, a war based on lies, while he plays with his new ballroom, flies around on a jet given to him by a foreign prince, and retreats into this circle of sycophantic aides who tell him every day what he wants to hear, not what he needs to hear. This entire White House is responsible for lying the country into war, and for the rest of their careers, they will be known for having participated in this obscenity.
As I listen to you make this case in these speeches, especially in...
Let's go. Like I said, this is it. You wanted it, you got it. Like, this is Jake Paul picking a fight with Anthony Joshua. You can get your job broke. Like, anybody with more than 2 brain cells, and I know most Trump supporters, y'all are on life support. Like, your brain cells are on ventilators. You know, they're up there knife fighting to figure out which brain cell gets to be the next one to leave, okay? They've all put in their 2-week notice. They really wish that they could work in an environment that wasn't this dangerous. Anybody that's got anything left looks at a guy like Jon Ossoff and then looks at a guy like Trump and goes, not even the same species. Not even close. When you look at somebody like El-Sayed, when you look at somebody like Mom Donnie, when you look at AOC, the one that they mock. Oh, she's just a dumb chick. She's a bartender. She's 10,000 times smarter than anybody on your side of the aisle. 10,000. We need people like Jon Ossoff. We need people like Lawrence O'Donnell. And I cannot watch enough of these clips because it brings me back to a place where I can look at that and go, there's still hope. Canada, if Canada's watching this, there's still hope. People like Jon Ossoff are not taking it lying down. They're not backing down. They're not falling for this whole, oh, I thought you guys were the tolerant left. Nope. I don't know who ever told you that, but you should go and get a refund. Because they lied to your ass. They scammed you. Ain't no tolerant left here, brother. All this here is people calling out the bullshit. So good job on Jon Ossoff right there.
The full context of the entire speech. There's a flow and a logic to this, but there are people out there who believe that you are deliberately trying to carve out these little bites that will specifically provoke Donald Trump. Is that what you're doing, or are you just trying to communicate to those voters what this is all about?
I'm trying to make sure that folks in Georgia know the truth about this administration. And apparently, in the White House, the truth hurts. They've lied us into war after promising peace. They've driven inflation skyrocketing, thrown people off their health insurance, doubled health insurance premiums for more than 1 million Georgians after they promised to bring down prices on day one. And the president's done so enabled not just by hangers-on and sycophants in the White House, but also Republicans in Congress who have enabled him at every turn. And one of them is Congressman Mike Collins here in Georgia, the pro-war, pro-tariff, pro-cutting your health care, bigot congressman, Trump puppet who's running for the U.S. Senate. And Lawrence, I want people to understand the following, because I've heard some rosy predictions about this Senate race in Georgia. This is Georgia. This is the most competitive battleground state in the country. The president's allies are right now, as we speak, committing tens of millions of dollars to attacking me. I guarantee that within weeks, the polling will be within the margin of error. And there is no path back to the Senate majority without winning this race in Georgia. So if you are fed up with what's happening to our country and the lies from this White House and the war and the inflation, and you want to take action right now, pick up your phone, pick up your laptop, go to electjon.com, and help empower me and my team to win this crucial Senate race in Georgia.
The way you're campaigning and the language you're choosing, you must know, is inviting Donald Trump to unload all the resources possible to defeat you.
Well, the White House is obviously deeply offended when it's pointed out that they've broken every promise they made, that they've lied the nation into a war they know not how to end or how to win. And yes, I expect them to spend tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars to try to win this Senate race in Georgia. When I unseated Purdue back in 2020 and 2021, Lawrence, they wound up spending almost $300 million to try to fend me off in that race. This is a crucial and competitive battleground state. I'm going to continue telling the truth, and I'm asking folks to help at electjon.com.
Yeah, vote for Jon Ossoff. And something that he said there that I'm going to disagree with a little bit. They don't. The truth don't just hurt these people. The truth's insulting to these people. Because anytime that you're speaking about facts, you're speaking about statistics, anytime you're pointing towards history of their own actions, mind you, they're insulted. Anytime you use the same tactics that they used against you, they're insulted. Everything with these people is a reaction of anger and hate and vitriol and fear. And when they get their own tactics thrown back in their face, it doesn't just hurt, it insults them. Because they don't want to see a mirror. They don't like having a mirror put up to their face and go, oh, this is who you are. Oh, you don't like what I'm doing? Oh, isn't it crazy that somebody has had the balls to finally stand up and go, you punch me, I punch you. You insult me, I insult you. You go low, I go lower. When you do that, all of a sudden, all these snowflakes start crying. They talked about cancel culture. What do? They go out and try and cancel everybody. They talk about people getting up and saying that, you can't make this movie or you can't make this movie without this person. What do? The same exact thing. Because at the end of the day, all of these people, all they do is they accuse people of the things that they believe. They're insulted because they're insecure. They're insulted because at the end of the day, seeing themselves in the mirror feels pretty bad for them. So keep doing it and vote for Jon Ossoff. Let's keep that shit rolling. Keep it up. This, like I said, for anybody out there that thinks that this is going to be one of these things where, then they said, stop talking about Epstein. We ain't stop talking about Epstein. It's over. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It was a hoax. The files have been released. Nope, we ain't done. We're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep talking about Epstein. We're not going to stop talking about Natalie Harp. We're not going to stop making fun of her. We're not going to, when Tim Walz came out and was like, these people are weird, and they're like, oh, I can't believe the left is calling people weird. It's so mean. You're weird. I was saying it before Tim Walz. Y'all motherfuckers are weird. You're a bunch of grown-ass men that are cucking yourself out to an orange clown that has bankrupt, has essayed women, who is a felon, a scam artist, a con man, I'm going to keep making fun of you, dog. Because that's what people should do. They should mock you. They should insult you. They should. If you're not offending these people, are you even doing your part? If I watch a Democrat on CNN, if I watch a Democrat as a senator or as a congressman as running in one of these races, and they're trying to play nice, you are not on the team. You aren't part of the team. Get with the program. They should be mocked. They should be insulted, and if they feel offended, you have been doing your job. Congratulations. You'll get a gold star. But there's more. We're not done yet with the Natalie Harp stuff. So much more. Dude. There's like this Natalie Harp shit is just like, it's like flooding the zone right now. Coming out of nowhere. Like, there is not a normal person in this administration. Somebody linked fucking, what was his name? The Secretary of Transportation. They linked a picture of his kid. There is not a normal looking person in this administration. There's no normal people. There's no normal. They're all aliens, dog. You see all them people with them long ass necks? Aliens. 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 It's like MAGA cannot survive without some kind of enemy or outrage, some kind of hate. Got to be a miserable way to live. It's exactly what it is. Like, literally, the playbook is anger, hate, vitriol, fear of the other. Super simple. Like, this is not rocket science. Like, it's really easy. Fear of the other is what keeps these people going. They're afraid that there is, for 47 years, the longest running fucking con, that Iran's gonna nuke everybody. Meanwhile, North Korea's right fucking there, dog. North Korea's right there with nukes. Russia's got nukes. Like, it's insane. People are just, you hate PDFs, right? Yeah, everybody hates PDFs. Oh, okay, yeah. Kill your local PDF. Oh, okay, all right. There's ones in the Epstein's file. Oh, no, we don't really, those are a hoax. You're mad about the Epstein files. And then, like, your brother told you, no, it's not real, it's a hoax. And you're like, oh, hey. So who should I be mad at? Immigrants. Oh, okay, we're mad at immigrants then. Oh, we can only be mad at immigrants for so long. Who are you mad at now? Trans people. Gay people. There's always somebody. Like, there's not a single point in history where MAGA Republicans have gone for more than like 15 seconds without being angry at some group of people that they claim have impacted their life that they've never even met. It's insanity. And that's what I'm saying. You're not going to reach these people. There's somebody the other day said, some conservative person came on my one of my videos and said, if you think that conservatives are going to vote for an extreme leftist libtard, then you're crazy. And I said, no, let me help you out. If you think that anybody in a conservative party is going to vote for anybody on the left, you're retarded. Fixed it for you. Because this whole idea that conservatives or Republicans are going to vote for the left, and that if you say mean things about them, maybe they won't vote for us. If you say mean things about the conservatives, you're going to... No, any conservative that is even thinking that they would ever vote for a Democrat is not a MAGA Republican. Not even fucking close. Because that's a cult. It's a cult. Yeah, this month's flavor is Muslims, and we're going to get to that. We're going to watch the Dearborn, the Michigan thing here in a minute. We got some funny videos going along with the crazy shit. But let's watch some, who else do we got? Oh, okay. So we saw Ossoff. Okay. So we saw Jon Ossoff responding and how he responded to the Natalie Harp thing. Now, I wanted to watch a video where we watch a MAGA Republican react to the Natalie Harp thing. And let's just take a look at the difference between those two reactions And, you know, somebody like Jon Ossoff versus, you know, ex-stripper and probably Donald Trump's favorite lap dancer, Luna, okay? Looney Luna. Let's watch that. That's what we're going to do. This is Anna Paulina Luna. Talking about how mad she is.
I have to make a video on this because Jon Ossoff, who's running for Senate in Georgia, took time today to be a sexist, arrogant, I don't know how else to say it. Is it not possible for young women that are attractive to be, I don't know, good at their jobs, being elevated?
It's really funny that you asked that. Maybe you should ask Donald Trump about that. Maybe you should ask the myriad amount of conservatives that are completely misogynistic and spend a large part of their day demeaning women. Maybe you should ask the president, who's SA'd a woman. How about that? How about you ask Donald Trump whether or not he can keep his hands off of E. Jean Carroll, or whether or not when he decides to meet some woman, if he can maybe not grab them by their genitals. You know, that those are all serious questions that maybe you could pose to the president of the United States of America.
To positions of power based on the fact that they're qualified for these positions. No, according to people.
What is the human printer's qualifications? I would like to know that. What exactly is on her resume? What is Natalie Harp's qualifications to carry around Donald Trump's diaper bag? I guess, was she a wet nurse? You know, as a wet nurse, she's doing a fantastic job changing the president's diaper.
Qualified for these positions? No, according to people like Jon Ossoff, who, by the way, instead of focusing on issues like maybe why his own party is blocking efforts to cap student loan interest at 2% because they don't want to work with Republicans.
I wonder why they're doing that. Is it because you've attached it to a bill that is going to make it harder for Americans to vote? Is that why? You know, it worries for MAGA Republicans when you come out and you say stupid shit like this, because, you know, they're two brain cells that are constantly knife fighting, trying to figure out which one is going to be the next to leave. When those two brain cells, they are distracted, okay? So when somebody like Anna Paulina Luna here says something and all they say is, oh, that's a pretty face. Boy, Anna Paulina Luna, she pretty. Brenda, you see her? She's so smart. She's smart, Brenda. Oh, Jesus Christ. What did she say? Oh, yeah, that's right. Democrats, dumb. They're bad. They're bad. When this woman says something, they don't hear the words. They don't research any of this stuff. They don't go, oh, you know, maybe I should ask that question myself. Why are Democrats doing that? No, they sit in front of Fox News and they go, Jesse Waters is going to explain to me why it's not manly to drink through a straw. And then he's going to tell me Democrats are bad. Like, that's what's going through these people's brains. If we could see that shit, if it was fucking transparent right here, that's exactly what you would see going on in there.
Ahead of the midterm, which, by the way, this would affect all Americans in a positive way. No, that's not important enough. What he wants to talk about is spreading a rude, disgusting rumor about a young woman who works as the president's assistant in the White House. Her name's Natalie Harp. For those people who don't know who Natalie is, she's incredibly important in regards to getting things done for the president, but not.
Dude, this explanation of who she is and what she does. She's incredibly important to helping Donald Trump get things done. God, these are the dumbest human beings that have ever existed.
Not just that, she's actually a bone cancer survivor. So,
you guys should watch my video that I'm going to make about her bone cancer surviving. It's pretty amazing. Please watch that video.
So she was given a second chance on the president's right to try, and she's
brother, she lost 100% of her blood platelets. Not my words; those are hers.
An incredible person.
It was like weird all week. He like faked the phone call.
Calm down. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Oh my God! Seriously, are these people real? Is this all a simulation? It's a serious question, because if this isn't a simulation, is reincarnation real? Am I going to have to come back to this? Are we going to be anywhere in the future when I come back to this? Do I have to stay? Do I come back to this timeline? This could be hell. You guys realize that, right? We might actually be in hell, guys. All right, because if reincarnation is real and then you just pop back up in this, I'm telling you, this might be hell. It might actually be hell. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the $10, Sandra Death. Thank you. That is... The problem with Iran isn't nukes, it's that they have funded terrorists and support Russia with their Shahed drones that Russia uses to kill Ukrainian children by blowing up schools. Yeah. You know, one of the things that like annoys me the most about all this, Fantra Death, is that like, if you want to explain things, if you want to say to people, like, Iran is bad, their government is bad. The Iranian government is extremist. They have a long record of suppressing women's rights. If you wanted to, you guys know I made a video earlier this year, or maybe it was last year, about the Iranian girl that went without a hijab and took her shirt off and was disappeared by the Iranian secret police. Like, there are so many things that you could have gotten the American people behind. Like, but first of all, it has to be something that makes sense. Like, anybody with a brain with a fully functioning frontal lobe knows that you can't go into Iran and we'll just destroy schools of children. That's not the solution, right? Like, the solution is to go into these countries with a plan, which Donald Trump did not have, to work with Iranian people that don't want to be a part of the atrocities that the Iranian government commits, to find ways to get those people on our side. What you don't do is you don't bomb schools full of children. That just creates more terrorism. Literally, that's all that does. That is my problem with Iran and yours. Trump's narrative to his base is nukes. Exactly, Kate. And that's what I'm saying is, this would be different if at the end of the day, like, like the reasons that Trump was giving his followers were like understandable, right? Like I told you guys a million times now. If Donald Trump does something to fix all of these problems, if Donald Trump was to have, gotten in office and the economy just became amazing, if Donald Trump got into office and the next thing you know, I'm like, man, I'm going to be able to retire. Boy, groceries got cheaper. Man, energy is cheaper. Like my cost of living is so much better. We all got healthcare. Jobs are plentiful. Like, if all of these things that Donald Trump claimed he was going to do were to happen, even though I think Donald Trump is a piece of shit human being, I would be like, meh, well, I don't like the guy. I don't support the guy, but America's doing good. If he were to come into office and say, what's going on in Iran is actually really an issue. The way that they treat their people is bad. And then he was going to go about the war in Iran in a way that didn't then just harm those very people that he's claiming that, he's going to help. I would be like, don't like Donald Trump, but I do support the fact that we're trying to free Iranian people from this extremist government. I've said it before about Kim Jong-un. I've said, look, if you're real about going in there and talking to Kim Jong-un and trying to make life better for North Koreans, I'm down with that. I don't hate North Koreans. I think Kim Jong-un is a terrible fucking human being. I don't hate North Koreans. I want their lives to be better. I've said before that many of the sanctions that America has put on North Korea have not, in fact, done any good because they just circumvent them. And in fact, the people that they harm the most are the regular people. Because if you've looked at Kim Jong-un in the recent past, that brother has not missed a meal. So obviously the sanctions ain't hurting him. Like, if you were to have a sane president that I disliked personally, but was capable of going about and doing things that all of us could agree were good things, I would sit on this channel and I would say, I don't like that guy. I don't support that guy. But you know what? He did a good job. Donald Trump hasn't done anything to this point that has been worthy of praise. Not a single fucking thing. Trump's bone has cancer. I don't want to think about Trump's bone, dude. I don't want to think about that. I fully condemn Trump's actions. The attack was illegal and immoral. I'm just saying that Iran does have problems that need to be sorted. They can't just be given everything they want. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. I know that you mean that. I know what you mean, fan. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just ranting because I have a microphone and ranting is my favorite thing to do. Me and you 100% agree on that. Let's see. Let's watch one more. Okay. And then we'll call it a night on Natalie Harp, okay? We'll stop harping on this. I'm sorry. I'm a dad. Okay, I'm very sorry. I'm a dad, okay? Dad jokes have to happen, okay? We'll stop harping on this after this video. But I have one more video that I want to show you guys on the Natalie Harp situation, and that is the video of her brother, a estranged brother apparently, going on CNN and talking about how weird it is that his sister has become this person. This has to be surreal for this guy, having grown up with her, seen apparently the bone cancer, apparently seen the 100% of platelets lost, the injection of the saline water. So let's watch this, and then we'll stop harping on this subject. I'm sorry. I'll stop, I swear.
The brother of top Trump aide Natalie Harp is speaking out front tonight. Preston Harp has been estranged from his sister for a few years, but obviously you can see they grew up together. He's sharing these photos with out front of them together as children, weighing in on the intense attention that Natalie is now getting after Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff raised questions about her role in this White House. Preston, I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you, and I know you've shared some photos with us.
Hey, that dude's based just because of his hat.
You and your sister Natalie as children.
I see where this all started. Padres fans.
Obviously, there you are, Padres fans. There you are with your parents. And now your sister is front and center in the news. I mean, front and center as it gets. Did you ever think you'd see something like this?
No, it really blows my mind.
I mean,
this dude is like, I smoked a doobie before I came on here, and let me just tell you, this shit is out of this world.
You know, your sister, my understanding is, first became known to Trump back in 2019. And at the time, she credited him, Preston, with helping her beat a tragic battle, but one that she incredibly beat with bone cancer. Here's what she said.
Hi, Miles.
This president pushed that forward and possibly saved your life.
He did. As I like to say, I'm not dying from cancer anymore thanks to President Trump. I'm living with cancer. I'm living.
Yes, Donald Trump. Donald Trump indeed is cancer. She is living with cancer.
The quality of life that I always wanted to have that it took me 4 years to find because I wasn't offered it here. It took President Trump going to Washington to be able to get that for me.
And after that, Preston, she had speaking slots at the Faith and Freedom Conference, at the 2020 RNC, right? She became...
Definitely not a grift. Not a grift. Did not do this for grifting purposes. Did it because Donald Trump's just such a good human being, and he helped her, you know, give up 100% of her blood platelets to beat bone cancer. I'm not even sure how that works. I don't think that that's a medically sound strategy.
Very high profile, and then started working for Trump. How much do you think she truly believed that Trump saved her life?
Well, that's an interesting question. But if she thinks about it, what he did was he made experimental drugs legal to try, and that insurance would pay for it. So it's not like he like physically saved her life, you know? It's kind of different. Like
kind of different.
It's like Donald Trump didn't pay his own money to save my sister's life. So it really just depends how you look at it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, and look, I guess it's just one example of everyone trying to understand, you know, who this person is who spends so much time and, you know, is with the president all the time, right? He's the commander in chief and she has such an important role. So there was a series called The Art of the Surge just a couple of years ago, Preston, 2024. And in it, your sister talks extensively about working for Trump. I just wanted to play a clip of it for you. Here she is.
Oh, no.
Politics was never something I liked. Business was my background, real estate, MBA. I was very much not interested in politics in California. I feel like you get the same kind of sort of politicians. But when I was sick, I started watching the Republican debates. He was my first exposure to politics, and I loved it.
Yes. Many people that watch Republican debates are sick indeed.
This guy, he gets it.
This kid. She's like, he called Marco Rubio, Lil Marco. He made fun of fucking Chris Christie for being fat. He said that Ted Cruz looks like the Zodiac killer. This guy gets it. Donald Trump has never talked about policy.
She says there he was her first exposure.
Yeah, he said racist things.
To politics, right? You guys grew up in the same home, the same family, so you understand where she's coming from in a way that no one else does.
Yeah.
What do you think drew her to him?
Not her. Yeah. Well, my mom raised us with the idea that American exceptionalism was the correct way of looking at things. That the United States is the boss of the world. That, slavery was back then, that was normal. People weren't bad because they had slaves. And honestly, and it's like Trump wants to take all.
Wait, did he say she taught them that people aren't bad because they had slaves? Did he just say? Was that something his mother taught them?
That the United States is the boss of the world. That slavery was back then, that was normal. People weren't bad because they had slaves.
He did say that his mother taught him that. Okay, well, good on you, brother, for tossing that yoke of ignorance. Solid job. Your sister is she's struggling with that yoke.
And honestly, and it's like Trump wants to take all those books out of schools. He wants to rewrite history. And so, I think that my sister, unfortunately, didn't break out of that delusion that my mom raised us with. And Trump is like everything that my mom taught us to respect. So I think that's where her infatuation for Trump comes from, honestly, because I don't think it's a physical attraction. Let's get real,
Oh shit! Somebody get this man a show. Oh, that was phenomenal.
Personally, I don't think so.
So when you use the word infatuation, I understand your point about the nature of it. I mean, she obviously is his assistant. They call her the human printer, right? She prints everything. She takes his social media dictation. She accompanies him on almost every trip, including when he goes to Mar-a-Lago or his golf club in New Jersey on the weekends.
Bro, I thought that picture was AI. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was AI. What the fuck is this timeline?
And she was, of course, Preston, as we're all now aware, one of the very few people who did not include the Secretary of State or Treasury.
That was right before fucking Operation Orange Chicken, where he got in the catering truck.
That Trump took off Air Force One via that catering truck. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that. If you're really friends and loyal to your team, why would you just go peace out and take another airplane when you think the other airplane's going to get shot down?
This guy is like a high Aristotle. He's spitting facts.
What do you think it is about her? I mean, what do you make of how much the president relies on her? We've learned a lot, from Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan's new book, we've learned, right, about his incredible reliance on her at all hours of the day to post social media posts, just as one example.
Yeah. I think that Trump's best.
He's like, bro, I'm trying to be serious so hard right now. Like, he had to take a second. He had to take a deep breath. He was like, okay. So I'm trying not to laugh. I love this man. This man's amazing.
Example.
Yeah. I think that Trump's best friends are people who are his fan club, and so she's his biggest fan. And so that's probably why he likes her. And she's good looking.
Facts.
She's got a good personality. I don't know.
I want to ask you, Preston, about something that
she thinks that he saved. She thinks that he saved her life. So, like, somebody living with that kind of gratitude, that must feel pretty good.
I want to ask you about something. I don't know if you knew about this. You probably didn't. But we're just breaking it here at CNN this hour, and that is two sources, Preston, are telling CNN that your sister was involved. Okay. Back in October 2023, right? The context here is Donald Trump's motorcade was going to leave Trump Tower for a court appearance, okay? And they were all getting into the motorcade. There was sort of a screaming match about who was getting in what car, and it turned out that there wasn't room for Natalie. So she insisted, she said no. Trump had personally asked her to come to this court appearance, so she needed to be in the car. Now, according to these sources, the end result...
Wait. So Trump personally asked her to come to the court appearance, but did not leave her a seat to get into the car. This shit is so wacky.
That your sister jumped into the trunk of one of the motorcade vehicles to go to the court appearance in Lower Manhattan.
That's really funny. I didn't even know about that.
Oh, dude.
I mean, what is your reaction to that? I mean,
what do you want me to say, lady?
Funny or what? I mean, you know her, so that's why.
I'm sorry. It's actually kind of sad. That's obsession. That's like an unhealthy obsession with someone. If you
I'm so sorry for laughing at that.
Jump into the trunk of their car, like.
So I mentioned Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swann's book Regime Change, Preston, which of course I know you've heard a lot about it, but in that. Natalie's name became known to a lot of people, right? Prior to the whole NATO plane incident, she was in the book as an important player, and her role, her importance to the president became clear. They report that she left him, the president, a series of letters in personal spaces where she told him, "You're all that matters to me," in one, and another one she writes, "I want to bring you joy." And then they say that Trump said, "Your sister is the only one who loved him as much as his wife and kids." So what is your reaction to this? Does this sound like her, or the person that you knew well, your sister?
Yeah. I mean, basically, I'd say since she was like 16, she's had an obsession with gosh, how do I explain this? She's written letters to other presidents. Let me put it that way.
Oh my God. What?
And so like her dream came true finally.
Oh, interesting. So you're saying that she actually was very aware of politics, right? And that she had written other presidents' letters. Do you happen to know which ones or what they were about or anything, Preston, that you would be able to share here?
I didn't see the letter, but George Bush, obviously, during the Iraq War.
Okay. She's got a particular taste in men.
And did anything ever come of that? I mean, did the White House ever respond or anything, or she just sort of sent a letter?
No, they never responded.
Yeah. Now, look, I've been emphasizing here, obviously, you know her in a way that no one else does as her brother, but you are obviously estranged from her at this time. But, we see those pictures of you all as children and your family. If she was listening to you right now, is there anything you'd want to tell her?
Yeah, I love you. I hope that you change and that you wake up and you realize that everybody on this earth is part of a human family, and no country is better than any other country. And the history of the United States is unfortunately really sad, and it shouldn't be rewritten. We got to all come together and try to make it better.
Well, I really appreciate your...
Damn, the wrong sibling got in touch with the president. That's a man of the people right there. And Kate, he was dropping just stray bombs, just right on top, dude. The weirdest, craziest people are the ones that end up in power, and all the people that are actually like good people, that are empathetic people, that like are not maniacal narcissists, are the people that end up not being in power. That's really sad. That dude's amazing though, and you know what? I actually am very upset with that CNN reporter, because how are you going to just sit there and not laugh with that man? What is wrong with you, ma'am? It's a good question. I forgot we have one more. I'm a liar. Boku, what's happening, Boku? Welcome, brother. He's a socialist. Yeah, you saw his hat, Boku. You saw his hat. That's a spot-on good hat he had on there, dude. Oh, we've got one more. I lied. We're going to continue to harp on this subject. We're going to harp on it until the cows come home. We've got at least one more. We've got one more that I forgot that we're going to watch here. What did I do with the story? Is it on here? Oh, I must have accidentally... Okay, hold on. I'll find it real quick. Because we got to read the letters. I'm sorry, guys, but we have to read. Oh, did you guys see that Donald Trump today? There was a guy wearing a off your local pedophile shirt at Donald Trump's rally, and he got kicked out of Donald Trump's rally because, of course, you would get kicked out of Donald Trump's rally for wearing that shirt. Harp. Okay. Here we go. Where is it at? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I don't know if this is the one or not, but we're gonna watch one of these and let's see if is this it? Yeah. Here it is. Okay. I found it. All right. You guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for the big reveal of the letters that Natalie Harp wrote to Donald Trump? I hope you guys are ready. This shit is so insane. All of this is the wackiest, weirdest stuff that I have ever seen in my life, and I've seen
for the
some
first
wacky,
time
weird stuff. Let me tell you that right now. But these are Natalie Harp's letters to Trump revealed. So, yeah, buckle up. The weirdness does not end.
The deeply personal letters written by President Donald Trump's close aide Natalie Harp are being published in full. The Daily Beast obtained 2 letters written by Harp back in 2023. I'm going to read some of what they say. The first one says, quote, "I never want to bring you anything but joy. I'm sorry I lost my focus. You are all that matters to me. I don't want to ever let you down. Thank you for being my guardian and protector in this life." Another reads,
"That is very strange. That is so strange. And also, what is going on with that letter? Where are the paragraphs? Where is the grammar? they are soulmates.
And protector in this life. Another reads, "Please, when I fail, will you tell me? You have the absolute right to cuss me out if need be when I deserve it, because no one knows or cares about me more."
Dude, those are daddy issues. That is a person that has been in an abusive relationship that is looking for more of that. That's actually really scary.
Now, I think what's important to know about Harp is just how deep the connection between her and Trump runs. I'd remind people that she actually credits Trump with saving her life.
"I was that forgotten person on the side of the road."
She has said that she had suffered from bone cancer and...
Yeah, see, it is daddy issues. He left her on the side of the road, so obviously she was looking to get picked up, and Donald Trump was like, dude, you have not, get in the trunk.
It was legislation that was signed by President Donald Trump back in 2018 that allowed her to receive experimental treatments. I should note, she has never listed what those treatments are, but she's also...
That's another way to say this biatch is lying.
Someone who is omnipresent in Trump's orbit. She's often with him throughout the day in many of his meetings and then speaks with him late into the evening about social media posts.
Oh my God, dude. These are the people running the country right now. If you ever wondered why we got into the dumbest war that we possibly could have, that this administration has done the stupidest things that any presidency, and that is saying a lot, has ever done before, you now know why. I mean, we already kind of knew why, but it's getting clearer by the moment.
She also serves a specific purpose for Trump. She's someone who is a channel for foreign leaders who can reach out to her if they feel like they are unable.
She said what? Does Putin have a direct line to Natalie Harp? Is Kim Jong-un and Natalie Harp talking late into the night?
to get in touch with the president. She's also someone Trump asks often to reach out to people that he watches on television and likes what they are saying. So they have a very deep connection. I will note the White House has said in multiple statements this week that she is a loyal and hardworking aide to the president, has been very defensive of her, but a lot of attention on Harp following those initial comments from the Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff earlier in the week. For the first
Good job, John, for bringing this whole story to light, because good Lord, do people need to know about this. And have you guys heard about the thing that they said that, like, she's the one who said that they should destroy the East Wing of the White House? Guys, this is the person that we are deciding is going to make decisions on what to do with the White House. Like, she convinced Donald Trump he needs a ballroom and with drones on the ceiling, and I'm sure, like, probably is the person that convinced him to put gold on the statues. Like, when you guys sit here and say to yourselves, how are we $40 trillion in debt? You have to, the answer has to be because Donald Trump and Natalie Harp are up late brainstorming over Truth Social posts. That's why we're $40 trillion in debt right now. And it's just going to get worse. There is no end in sight. Like, there is no light at if there is light at the end of this tunnel, it is a train. We are about to get ran over by a depression. I'm already currently riding real thick with the depression right now, just watching this government fail epically. Oh, sweet Jesus. What is this world right now? Like, the more I watch, the more I'm just like, I'm sure that this is actually one of the levels of hell. Like, maybe it's one of the first couple or something like that. Maybe there's worse. I don't know. But this is definitely probably first two. I'm not sure what I did in my former life to deserve this. All right, I think that's enough Natalie Harp for the night. We have learned a lot about Natalie Harp tonight. Oh, dude. Riding in trunks. Writing love letters. She wrote to George Bush, guys. I didn't see that one coming. She has a really base brother that smokes weed, obviously, and talks about some pretty socialist stuff. He seems like a cool dude. He seems nice. We learned a lot about Natalie Harp. These are not words that I thought I would ever speak in my entire life, but here we are. Speaking of Donald Trump being weird, though, this is all just weird. And you know, the funny thing about this video we're about to watch. We're about to watch a Pete Davidson video. I know you guys. Do you guys remember the Pete Davidson video where he talked about Donald Trump not being able to read? Let's start with that. Let's start with the Pete Davidson. In case you haven't seen this,
I have one story.
With Pete Davidson talking about his time on SNL and Donald Trump coming on the show. And then we're going to watch another video that's going to explain why we're talking about this. Okay, so here's Pete Davidson talking about Trump not being able to read.
I have one story I'm allowed to tell, and it's hilarious.
You have stories you're not allowed to tell? What happened with the Trump story?
Okay, so he's like, he doesn't really know how to read.
For real.
Yeah, and he loves to improv.
I like the way he says that.
So during, like, the table read, he, like... Before, like, we were gonna before he had to read each line, and he's the host, so he's at everything.
Yeah.
He would go, I'm not gonna say this. I think I'm gonna say it the way I want to say it. Is that okay? Is that okay, Lauren? Is that everything? And everybody's like, what? And then this is my favorite part is there was a sketch that we wrote where he's at Disneyland with his daughter, and the line is, all right, let's get out of here. Turkey legs? Like, let's go get turkey legs. And he doesn't know how to read. So he went, all right, let's get out of here, turkey legs. He called his daughter turkey legs.
Maybe that was his improv.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No,
he doesn't get it. Like, he thinks if everybody's laughing with him, but we're all laughing at him. And it was, like, crazy. He would be like, I did a good job, right? And we're like, yeah.
Did he need reassurance, a lot of reassurance, or was he pretty confident?
He constantly kept saying how amazing the ratings were going to be.
And they were.
He's like, this is going to be number one.
He was right.
Dude, and right there tells you that story is true. Because that's 100% Donald Trump. All he cares about is ratings. Like, literally, the guy, if you believe he was shot at, Guarantee you, after that shit, he was like, the ratings for this is going to be amazing. He's probably like sitting there getting his ear put back on magically, saying to the magic wizard doctor that made his ear reappear perfectly normal after being shot off, saying, yeah, you have no idea, the ratings are going to be so amazing. The doctor's like, could you shut the I'm trying to cast a spell. While Doctor Strange is putting his ear back on perfectly with no scar at all. I'm not saying it wasn't real, but it's real suspicious. But you know that this story is real because he said that. And he doesn't, that's from a while back. That video is actually from a while ago. So, like, you know, there's all of this stuff that Trump is doing now wasn't even a part of his mentality in telling that story. He literally was just saying, Donald Trump can't read. Donald Trump can't read. Say that again. But put the president of the United States. The president of the United States of America cannot read. When these people said he's just like us, they were not incorrect because they can't read either. They're like, this motherfucker is just as illiterate as the rest of us. God, I love him. He will get my vote 3 times. No matter how poor it makes me. So there's another video that just came out. To give context, I wanted to watch that video. This video is Pete Davidson telling a story about Donald Trump being a weirdo and how like narcissistic he is and like how much he needs people to always be like impressed and focused on him. So this is Pete Davidson talking about his experience with Donald Trump.
It was like weird all week. He like faked a phone call during the table read.
Whoa, hold on. What do you mean?
In the middle of the table read, he has a flip phone and he just, right as we started, he was like, oh, hello. He goes, oh, fantastic. Okay, great. And then he hung up and he goes, hey, everybody, my book just went #1.
Did not happen.
Yeah, and I swear my life, and we were all like, yo, that phone didn't ring. And like, also, like, how did he have time to say that? Because you answered and went, yup, oh my God. That's he didn't even go, hello? Oh, wow, that's awesome, man. Like that. He was just like, hello? Oh, that's great. Oh, great. My book went #1, everybody. And we were like, ugh.
I have one story I'm allowed to tell, and it's hilarious.
This is the president of the United States. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, there should be some place that we're capable of, like, meeting on the same wavelength, right? Like, there should be some place where we can all, like, agree that something is weird or insane or that somebody isn't capable of being the president of the United States of America. This should be that spot. Like, when that is the president of the United States, is that he must always be the center of attention, that he's always must be the focus. Like, when that is your every one of us should be able to look at each other and be like, yeah, not that guy. Yeah, let's figure out somebody else. The black lady, Marco Rubio, even somebody else. Not that guy. We should be able to do that. But apparently we can't, because half this country was like, that right there's the guy. The guy who can't read. The guy that needs to answer his phone and fake a phone call with somebody to be like, yo, I'm #1 book, just so you guys know. That's their dude. 50% of America. That's how you get into a war with Iran that you can't win, is by putting a person like that in charge. That's why we're here. Okay. What else do we got here? Oh, I pushed a button. Where's Pam at? I pushed a button. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, I figured it out. It is idiocracy. It's fucking idiocracy. How many drugs is Donald Trump on right now? All of them? And when he says he doesn't do drugs, he means that, because old people don't believe prescription drugs are drugs. Like, if you ask an old person whether or not they've ever done drugs in their life, they're like, no. And you're like, don't you take Adderall? Oh, like, that's not a drug. It's a prescription from a doctor. Hold on, I have to close my door because my family comes home and opens all the doors, and the geese that are apparently fleeing the fire by my house are squeaking rather loud. Hold on one second. I'm gonna get a drink too. Okay, so I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna go close my door so the geese aren't chirping, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna watch the Navy video on the boat being named after Trump instead of a war hero, because this is where we're at. Apparently that's where we're at. And then we're gonna watch a little bit on the Dearborn, Michigan stuff, and then we're gonna call it a night. So give me 2 seconds to do these two things, grab some water, and I will be right back. Chair stream. Redonk's not here to give me $5 for a chair stream. Also, if you guys want to support my stream, before I leave to go get water, I have to do this. Promotional. If you want to support my stream, you can join the Angry Ginger Army by clicking the join button. You can also super chat like my main man Fantradeath there does. Absolutely amazing, especially if you want to ask questions. Super chat me. Either way, you're helping me pay my exorbitant energy bill and keep me from my house catching on fire, because there's a fire like right like there, actually. I'm not even joking. There's literally a fire like 2 blocks from my house right now. It's 12 acres. I'm here for you guys. All right, I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't even have sparkling water today because I went to, I was going to go shopping after work, and in the meeting, we got the message that there's a fire right next to my house, so I didn't get to go get sparkling water. My old man drink. I have to drink tap water. Lukewarm tap water. That's where I'm at in my life right now. But the fire is contained. Well, contained, it's being dealt with. It's not Vietnam going on over my house anymore. There's no more planes and helicopters and stuff. Didn't have time to go get vodka either, okay? Just regular tap water. If this was vodka... Oh, yeah, see how I handled that? Yeah, straight. Right. Took it. Like a man. All right. Do geese chirp? I think they honk. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Canadian videos. They talk about chirping. Oh, thank you for the 10 memberships. Venture-Death, my hero. My wife watered the deck. In case the fire makes it. Watch the video. Guy watered his deck. So I'm driving home and I see my neighbor outside with the hose spraying down his house with the hose, and I'm like, yeah, things are bad. Not great. The evacuation zone where my house is was literally just outside of the evacuation zone. I shit you not, like 100 feet from the you have to leave zone. That's how close it was to my house. You hit the gift button right after I left. Of course I did. Thank you. Thank you, fan. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of you guys. As always, you know, for those of you that can't super chat or join memberships and stuff like that, share the videos, comment on the videos, like the videos. I do cut these up and put them on the other channels, including this channel. I just put out my Stavros video where I did make Stavros a little bit fatter with AI because I thought it was funny. Okay. And guess what? In an A/B, okay, we're doing a test right now. AI fat Stavros is beating regular Stavros. So you guys are terrible people. You guys are clicking on that one way more often. So also it's your guys' fault that we vaporized the lake. That's not my fault. Your guys' fault. Okay. Because you guys thought it was funny. Not me. Just letting you know that. All right. The not funny news. Let's go ahead and watch the not funny news because we've been watching quite a few funny clips. Let's get to all the serious stuff. And let's talk about the absolute buffoonery that is going on in this administration. So, Donald Trump, and it is Donald Trump, it's not his administration, I guarantee you it's Donald Trump, has decided that he wants a Navy ship named after him. This Navy ship was to be named after a black war hero. And Donald Trump, in his great wisdom, has decided that it should be named after his fat orange ass. So here's a video about this Navy ship that was supposed to be named after a Black World War II hero that they're now allegedly talking about naming after Donald Trump.
Next tonight, the U.S. Navy weighing a controversial decision. Sources telling ABC News Navy officials are considering renaming a new aircraft carrier after President Trump instead of honoring a highly respected Black World War II hero as planned. Here's ABC's Martha Raddatz.
He was the first African American in history chosen to have a U.S. aircraft carrier named in his honor, a World War II hero.
And Donald Trump was like, not my administration, I'll be damned.
Named Doris Miller. But tonight, sources tell ABC News the Pentagon may soon strip that honor away in order to rename the ship after President Trump.
For shits in his pants a lot. Okay? Like that, this is the amount of stupidity that is going on in this country right now. We're not going to name a literal battleship after a literal soldier. We're going to name it after Sir Shits in his pants a lot. A guy who can barely make it up the fucking stairs nowadays. A guy who has a person that follows him around named the Human Printer that rode in his trunk that writes him love letters. A guy who got into a war that he can't get out of. That guy is going to get the ship named after him. In history, when Navy sailors get on this ship, they could be able to get on the ship and they go, you know, this ship is named after a World War II veteran, a hero of World War II. And instead what they're going to say is, this was named after a president that got us into a war that we lost and shits in his pants a lot. That is like a fine metaphor for what is going on in this country right now.
Miller was a Navy cook aboard a battleship in Pearl Harbor in 1941 when the Japanese attacked.
Just Pearl Harbor, no big deal.
He ran above deck and with no training, firing an anti-aircraft gun at the onslaught of Japanese...
Hold on, Dana. USS Donnie Diddle's kids. Oh yeah, and a guy, thank you, Olivia, Actually, Olivia, no, I did not say that, and I should have. Are they going to name it the USS Bone Spurs? What other name should we give this ship? The USS Mandarin Messiah. The USS Operation Orange Chicken. I believe we could come up with a bunch.
Warplanes, then carrying injured sailors off the sinking ship to save their lives. He was killed in action himself 2 years later.
Boku, is that the guy that Cuba Gooding Jr. played? Are we having this moment right now? Is the guy that Cuba Gooding Jr. played in the Pearl Harbor movie this guy? Guess who played Donald Trump in the Pearl Harbor movie? No one. Because he wasn't there, because he had bone spray. He wasn't born either. But even if he was born, even if he was a man of age to go to this war, he would have claimed he had bone spurs.
With no training, firing an anti-aircraft gun at the onslaught of Japanese warplanes, then carrying injured sailors off the sinking ship to save their lives. He was killed in action himself 2 years later. The first black man in the U.S. ever to receive the Navy Cross for valor. And in 2020, that new honor, an aircraft carrier with his name. His great niece telling us back then,
to have the USS Carrier named after him, our family is just absolutely speechless.
The team building the carrier proud to be part of the history.
My original connection with Doris Miller was the fact that he was someone that looked like me.
At the time, President Trump heralded the decision as well, but with a note of envy.
The next American aircraft carrier will bear the proud name of USS Doris Miller. That's pretty good.
Oh, no.
They won't give me that honor. That's a big boat.
No.
That's a big ship.
Dude, he is such a child. Dude, this sailor was an American badass. The guy had no formal training. And he went up and shot a gun. And Cuba Gooding Jr. played him in a movie. What? Like, you can't make this stuff up. It's insane who these people are. They support the troops. Absolutely insane.
All right, one day maybe, but in the meantime, you're right, one day maybe.
But that day may have come.
Wow.
Sources telling ABC News Navy officials are now weighing removing Miller's name from the ship and instead considering naming it for President Trump. No U.S. Navy vessel has ever been named for a sitting president. Miller's great niece said it would send a message to all black service members.
Yep.
It's very heart-wrenching. It's like almost like a stab in the heart for me to give it and then take it away, and it kind of make you wonder, like, are we good enough? Are we equal?
We are also told by officials that Miller's Navy Cross may be upgraded to a Medal of Honor, something the family has always wanted. But we asked for an official response from the White House, the Pentagon, and the Navy about the possibility Miller's name would be swapped for President Trump's on the aircraft carrier. They had no comment. Whit.
All right, Martha Raddatz.
No comment. Like, that's the easiest question ever. No, it will not be. No, this man is a war hero. This man deserves the Medal of Honor, and he should have this aircraft carrier named after him. Like, that is not a question. No need for no comment. That is definitely comment. I've said it before. A lot of people have said it before. The insult, the offense, that is, they're doing it on purpose. They are intentionally putting black people down because it makes them feel better about themselves. That's insane. That man is a war hero. And you're going to name it after Donald Trump. Wow. Wow, that is... I can't wrap my mind around that. That is out of this world. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, speaking of crazy...
Under Pete Hegseth's leadership.
Under Pete Hegseth's leadership, that is crazy. Let's watch some of this insanity that's been going on in Dearborn, Michigan, and then we're gonna probably call it a night after that. I am so upset after watching that video. That is just really irritating. Yeah, taking the name of a black war hero off of a ship to place the name of a racist. And you know that, like, this is what Trump supporters would say. That's why they did it. They knew you'd get mad. That's why we did it. We trolled you, brother. These are the stupidest fucking people alive. Everything bad that happens to these people, they deserve it. That is the most dog shit thing I have seen in a little bit. I only say a little bit because there's been so much dog shit that has happened since Donald Trump has become the president of the United States. That's sad. That's sad to say. Holy shot, dude. I cannot believe that. That makes me so angry, dude. There's no coming back from this. No one, just for Trump supporters out there, you can laugh now. Have yourself a good giggle. Chuckle away, Chuckles. There will be a day when this type of shit, those chickens are coming to roost. You can't poke at these people like this. You can't poke at black Americans like this. You can't poke at empathetic human beings like this. when these people finally get so upset that they respond to you, do not forget that they will respond in kind. Like you think you're taking the piss, you're having a good time. And just like every bully that has ever existed, you're going to laugh all the way up until one of these people gets up and gives it right back to you. And when that happens, I'm going to be right there supporting them. Right there supporting them. That shit makes me angry. Yeah, the bombing the Venezuelan boats, exactly. Yeah, well, I did say Olivia. Olivia, I said in a little bit. Like I said, it is dangerous to ever say that something is the stupidest thing this administration has done. It is dangerous to say that's the most vile thing that this administration has done, the most offensive thing that is, the most insulting thing this administration. Like, it is very dangerous to say any of those things because almost always you can go, oh, well, what about 6 weeks ago when they did this? And also, you're also setting a bar that they are 100% going to jump right the hell over like 2 weeks from now. Like, you can't put a cap on the stupidity of this administration. This administration's stupidity knows no bounds. You can't hold them back. Speaking of, let's do this. Let's do this because this is about to make me as mad as probably that video did. And then I gotta like go not be mad and hang out with my family. Get myself all worked up. So this video right here, for those of you guys don't know what's going on in Dearborn right now, Jake Lang, the January 6th guy who allegedly had conversations with a person in a sting operation that was acting like a 15-year-old, decided to go to Dearborn to create some chaos and protest against Sharia law in Dearborn, Michigan, even though these people they don't like Sharia law, but they sure do like Shania law, you know, like that's their shit, right? They act like they're so much different than the Muslim extremists that want Sharia law. Like they act like that's not what they want. That's exactly what they want. They want women's rights taken away. They don't want, you know, people to be able to push back against their extremist ideology. If people in Dearborn, Michigan were actually pushing Sharia law, these people would be right there to support them. But they're not. So that's why they're there, to continue to push more fear of the other. So just in case you don't know what's going on, we're going to watch the video on what exactly is going on over there in Dearborn, Michigan.
Chaos here over in Michigan. You can see some of the aerial video that's coming into our newsroom as we follow this developing story here with the help of our Fox 2 Detroit team. Now, Dearborn police making several arrests after a large protest that were sparked by the arrival of anti-Islam.
Don't forget, guys, remember this is the peaceful side. These are the people that constantly claim that the left is inciting violence, that the left is the violent portion of the political spectrum. This looks a lot like January 6th.
Activist Jake Lang. Fox 2 Detroit's Robin Murdoch joining us live in Dearborn with much more on what happened. And I'll say, Robin, that video is definitely unbelievable.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty quiet out here now. Very different.
She looks pissed. She had to take a deep breath. She was like, yeah. This just happened, Olivia. This just happened. I think it was was it Wednesday or this weekend?
Scene than what it was like, Josh, in that video just a couple of hours ago when there were hundreds and hundreds of demonstrators that descended on Dearborn as part of this event that happened out here last night, the city council meeting. There were several arrests. Police, they are expected to release numbers a little bit later on today, specific numbers about how many people were taken into custody. All of this, though, happening because of right-wing activist Jake Lang coming to town as part of his Christian crusade. Now, as you know, Lang served 4 years in prison and was pardoned by the president following his involvement in the January 6th incident.
Yeah, and that needs to be every single time needs to be said. Pardoned by the president after his involvement in the January 6th insurrection. That's what it was, an insurrection. It was treason.
Insurrection Now, police from several agencies, some wearing riot gear, could be seen outside of the Centennial Library ahead of that city council meeting last night. There was yelling between Lang's supporters and some counter protesters that were out here, both sides very passionate about their beliefs. You could also see pushing and shoving at times. Demonstrators.
By the way, Jake Lang showed up with what he called bikers, and they're all ex-police officers. I watched a video from a dude that runs with a motorcycle club, and he was like, every one of these people, like, there is nothing more ironic than a white dude that did an insurrection rolling with ex-police officers that are cosplaying as bikers. That's crazy.
At one point, they even knocked down barricades, all of that leading up to the city council meeting. I want you to take a listen now to what Jake Lang and the Dearborn mayor had to say last night.
Tell me that white Christians are not being invaded. How can you lie to our...
Look at this cosplaying ass. This dude's been beaten up like 5 times in the last like 3 weeks. Everywhere he goes, he gets his ass handed to him. Out here cosplaying. He ain't tough. He ain't nobody. He just wants to act like he is. And as long as he's got a bunch of ex-police officers around and keeping his ass safe, he can talk as much as he wants like this.
Faces with your tequila. This is an invasion on all fronts. Our people are being pushed out of the workplace.
Look at his shirt, dude. Oh my God. I'm dying. Look at his shirt. His shirt has skulls and grenades on it. It's a button-up. It's a collared button-up shirt with skulls and grenades on it. Oh my God. Sorry, Restream is getting crazy because I haven't fixed my bot yet.
We're being pushed out of city councils. That smug face of the tequila Muslims needs to be wiped off these people's faces.
They are attacking the idea that all of us can belong to America at the same time. There are people outside.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference between the douchebags that are representing these people and then this guy who's representing people, right? Like, look at the difference.
Whose idea of America is much smaller than ours. An America where belonging comes with conditions, where your name matters, where your ancestry matters, where the direction in which you pray somehow determines whether you are sufficiently American. I reject that vision for our country, because what matters is not the articles of your faith. What matters is the content of your character.
Now, that was the Dearborn mayor.
Yeah, he got arrested in Texas, and I'm pretty sure he's not allowed in Texas. The only time that I think that Jake Lang is allowed in Texas is if he's going to court. Somebody can Google that, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
Speaking right after Lang spoke to the city council last night, he started ripping up the Quran and then was escorted out of the meeting by police. Police do tell us that there were no significant injuries last night, so that is a good thing. We are live.
I mean, I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube, but if there was one significant injury, I wouldn't shed a tear.
Here in Dearborn, I'm Robin Murdoch, Fox 2 News.
And Robin, I wanted to ask you, because off the top there, you were talking about the arrests that were made later on today. We should get kind of more specifics. Do we know when we're going to get that? But also, if they're going to release photos, tell us where these folks are from, any of that.
He's like, are they going to get doxxed? This man low-key was like, we going to get some addresses or what's up?
Yeah, I did talk with the lieutenant with the Dearborn Police Department actually just a few minutes before I began talking to you right now, and he did mention that he is hoping within the next couple of hours to get those numbers together, and he does hope to have a complete breakdown of exactly where the people were from who were arrested. So in just a couple of hours, we should have some clarity as to how many people were taken into custody and where they did come from. But it was a very long night for investigators out here, so they're still just trying to get everything together. Back to you, Josh.
Sounds quite loud out there right now.
Oh, thank you for the $2. It's a child's pajama shirt. G.I. Joe jammies. Banter death. Freaking A, dude. look, there's just no room for this. Like I said, these people act like, they're so adverse to Sharia law, but in all honesty, they supported 1,000,000%. Like everything that, the extremist Muslim population in a place like Iran, the government Iran, the things that they believe, people like Jake Lang believe. People in the manosphere believe that women should be demeaned, that they're lesser, that they shouldn't have the right to vote. All of these things are the same things that these people believe. If Sharia law was put on the docket but was called Shania law, every one of these people would vote for it. If there was a candidate like Jake Lang running to take away the vote of women, to take away the rights of women, to make it so that way women could not go out in public wearing what they believe is scantily clad clothing, like they would vote for it. 1,000,000% they would vote for it. So when these guys come out here and cosplay being hard ass tactical, guys with their, ex-police officer biker friends, remember that these people, they don't represent the defense of any American against any encroaching other. They represent themselves wanting to encroach on the rights of other Americans, specifically women, specifically minorities, specifically LGBT people, because the reality is they're a bunch of insecure little dudes that wear fucking button-up collared t-shirts that have skulls and grenades on them because they're cosplaying, because they want to grift off of these aggressively gullible MAGA Republicans. They want to be somebody. They want a purpose. And I'm glad that there's enough people out there that aren't having it. And one day these people are going to have to go away. They're going to have to go away. El-Sayed clapped back at him. I saw the video of him where they chanted USA, USA and walked him off. And that's a great segue, Olivia. Thank you for providing it. We got a couple videos left on this Dearborn thing. The video, this video right here is El-Sayed actually clapping back about the Dearborn, Michigan protests and Jake Lang. And El-Sayed is such a good speaker, such a phenomenal human being, very, very intelligent human being, very logical. He's the very opposite of what he's portrayed to be. It's not extremist. For people out there that, have talked about, his ties to the DSA. And, I obviously support a lot of socialist policies. El-Sayed came out and said, he's like, I'm not part of that. I'm not part of the DSA. He's just a good person. And I've said this before, the DSA is not a political group. It's just a group that comes out and says, like, we support this candidate or we support that candidate. They're not like a political party like Republicans or Democrats. And, he appreciates the DSA saying that they support him. But when we start like applying these labels to people and they're going, look, at the end of the day, if you think I'm DSA because I believe in healthcare, if you think I'm DSA because I believe all people should have equal rights, then I guess that's who I am. This is El-Sayed right here, talking about the anti-Islam protests in Dearborn.
And we should mention that we reached out to both Senate candidates who are running right now for that important office, Mike Rogers and also Dr. Abdul El-Sayed. We did not hear back from Mike Rogers, wanted to know if he had any comments, thoughts about what it is that happened in this state in which the entire world was watching. Dr. Abdul El-Sayed did agree to talk to us. He joins us now live via Zoom. And Dr. El-Sayed, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here today. I want to ask you, this is not the first time we've seen this type of thing happen with Jake Lang or, for instance, with Terry Jones many years ago. How do you think it was handled? How do you think it went?
That's important to say. This isn't new. This is old hat. Like, this is not something that is all of a sudden some kind of unique thing. This is the kind of bullshit that these people have been doing forever.
Yeah, Rup, first, thank you so much for having me. And I'm sorry to have to meet under these circumstances because, what you're seeing here is a bunch of out-of-state agitators coming in defiance of the broad, incredible America that we exemplify here in Michigan. A guy like Jake Lang is coming to try and make news, to try to highlight something he doesn't understand. which is the notion of an America that is big enough for all kinds of people. I think about my household. I was raised by my father, who's an Egyptian immigrant. My stepmom, Jackie, who's a daughter of the American Revolution. Chances are her family's been here longer than Cenk Leggins. And I got to grow up in this incredible household where we understood that whether I was talking to my parents who are Muslim, or my grandparents who are deacons at the Presbyterian Church, or my uncle who's atheist, that the things that brought us together are so much bigger than the things that tear us apart. Now, it's always been this competition. Small people like Jake Lang or Donald Trump or Mike Rogers, for that matter, want to make America a lot smaller than we know it to be. But I've had the privilege to travel across this state for the past year plus. I've been to 110 different cities, and people aren't as interested in how you pray. They're interested in what you pray for. If you pray, what you hope for.
Yeah,
what you want for your kids. And that's the kind of America I know. That's the kind of Michigan I know. And people like Jake Lang don't understand that.
You know, you came to the forefront again after 2018 running for governor. And now in the Senate race, the visibility of that race, of course, across the world has been watched. So much has been written about you, your wife, your family, your grandparents. Do you see a rise in this kind of sentiment from Jake Lang because of your ascent into the limelight?
You know, they've been trying to battle for a small America where only some kind of people get to belong. And the thing about that they don't understand is, you know, we just celebrated 250 years of an America built around the idea.
Bro's out here with a skull grenade button-up collared shirt and a fanny pack. Oh my God. They literally idolize the weakest men on the planet, dude.
Of an America built around the idea of a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, around the idea that there shall be no religious test, around the idea of e pluribus unum, out of many one, and the idea that somebody who has a name like mine or prays like I do could be elected by his or her fellow Michiganders.
Exactly, fam.
That's contrary to what America, the America that they want it to be, but it's exactly the America that our founding fathers understood our country to be a part of. And I just want to say to all of the folks out there in Dearborn, all the folks out there who are afraid today because of how they pray or because of where their family comes from or because of what their name might be or who they love or how they identify or all the different ways that people like Jake Lang might say that they don't belong, that you do belong here, that this is your America too. And the things that bring us together are what we believe in about what our country can be, what we can build together when we reach across those divides, not because we're all the same, but because we all want the same things when we look our kids in the eye. And that's the opportunity I'm reaching for.
Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, we thank you for your time here today.
And remember, like I said, remember, this is the guy that they say is an extremist. Remember, when they say to a person wanting health care for everybody so that way, you know, when your wife gets cancer, you don't lose your house. When they say everybody should get equal opportunity and discrimination is bad. When they say, you know, that like a person like Donald Trump being corrupt and stealing from the middle class and destroying the economy so that way his billionaire buddy tech oligarchs can run rampant and do what they want. When they say that that's all extremist rhetoric, they're talking about you. They're talking about like just being a middle class American. They're talking about blue collar people. El-Sayed isn't saying anything that in any way can even be misrepresented to say that he's an extremist. He's saying things that are only extreme if you have no empathy for your fellow human being, your fellow American. If that guy comes off as an extremist to you, you're a cult member, you're brainwashed, and you are cutting off your own nose to spite your face because you're a racist bigot. There's nothing, you can't look at what he just said and turn that in any way, shape, or form into extremist rhetoric. He is saying when you pray, nobody cares who you pray to. It's about what you pray for. Do you pray for enrichment? Do you pray for positive outcomes? Do you pray that you have peace? Do you pray for no fucking more wars? Or do you pray for hate and fear and vitriol and self-enrichment? Because I can tell you who the extremist is. The extremist is somebody that prays that, children in Iran or Gaza don't get to see the next day. I don't hear Dr. El-Sayed saying that. That's the extremist. So, the more that these people come out and speak out against people like Mamdani, who's literally going around New York filling potholes, the more they speak out against El-Sayed, the more you know who they are. When they tell you who they are, believe them. So let's finish with one more funny video that I saw. Sorry about Restream. Restream gets out of control because I haven't. I thought I turned Nightbot. I thought I turned some of those things off, but so Nightbot talks. That's my bot that tells you guys to like and subscribe, and then Restream also doubles up on that. So I'm still working on that. I'm an old bald ginger that has no idea how to work his text stream. I'm working on it though. I'll work on it, I swear. Hearing that made me feel 1,000 times better. Someone out there actually understands what America actually is rather than what closed-minded people want it to be. Exactly, Fan. And Fan, me and you are politically pretty close. Like, we're both the type of people that think some of the, things that, happened in the past went too far, that swinging too far the pendulum to the fringes of political ideologies oftentimes can end in, some type of a negative outcome. That's not extreme. Nothing else Sayed is saying is extreme. No, Restream isn't human. Restream is it's the platform I stream from is Restream, so it sends it to Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. So that way what it's doing, Restream is trying to combine all three chats together. So occasionally you'll see people talking, they're actually on Twitch. Sometimes you'll see, every once in a while, not very often, because I don't get many viewers over on Kick. You'll see somebody that's talking from Kick, and then the vast majority of everything you see on this chat is from either the vertical stream for YouTube or from the horizontal stream from YouTube. People that are on their phones generally like to watch it on the vertical stream. People that are watching on their computer or their TV watch it on the TV. And people that like to complain watch the horizontal stream on their phone and then go, the aspect ratio is really bad. Go watch it on the vertical. That's why it's on vertical. Look, I learned how to do at least that much. Okay. All right. We've got one video left to watch. We're going to watch this video because I thought it was funny. Because I am a petty, mean human being. Like I said, when they go low, we go lower. So we're going to watch this video. It is from, hold on, let's get on down here. This video is from Subidoo at Suzumaru. Okay. And this is on X. And this is a video saying weaponizing MAGA's favorite lines against him. So this person went to, I don't know if Subidoo did, but they're reposting this, went to this protest in Dearborn, Michigan, and started yelling things at MAGA, I believe as they're getting arrested. It's actually quite amazing. So here we go. I'm going to let you guys watch this. We're gonna talk about it a little bit.
Oh my god, they have a fucking swastika. What a bunch of losers. Just comply! Just comply! Just comply!
Just comply!
Back the blue!
Back the blue!
Just comply, bro! Just comply, bro! Oh yeah. Thanks for that. Back the blue! Back the blue! Let's go! Back the blue!
Thin blue line! That laugh.
Guys, no, you guys have to back the blue, bro! Back the blue! Back the blue!
Hold on. Thank you.
We love to see it! Back the blue! Back the blue! Back the blue! Team RoboCop!
Team RoboCop!
Now you got it! Yeah, what a moron. Kid's an idiot.
You love to see it. You love to see it. I'm telling you, like, they hate having a mirror held up to their face. They hate, seeing their own words being used against them. And I am so here to support that. Sub to at Suzamaru, Subidoo. Okay. Sub, because we need more of this. Like, at the end of the day, these people aren't ever going to learn until they touch the fire. They don't know if it's hot. They won't know it's hot until they fucked around and found out. All right. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you for everybody that subbed and super chatted. Fan for death. Thank you, Fan. Thank you, Fan for death, for all the memberships and the super chats. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget, if you ain't subbed to the other channels, we've got the Funny Live Clips channel where we share a bunch of like Canadian comedy stuff. And then also we got the Angry Ginger Live Clips channel where we clip up a bunch of these videos in case you missed the live streams, and you can watch them over there. You can also go and watch my Stab Roast video that is currently out on this channel if you guys want, and make sure to drop a comment and like and share for me because you guys are good people. You want to do it. Helps me pay my electricity bill to pay for all these lights and stuff. Other than that, just be a good human being. Appreciate all of you guys. I think that at the end of the day, we all got to keep speaking out. I think that we need to get to a point where logic becomes a part of our society again. Critical thinking, reading books, having joy in becoming better educated and less ignorant. Those are all things that I think that we can continue to push in this country, idiocracy or not. All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys.